Yeah, yeah. Tell me, so high. Yeah. Fakes get erased from the frame with some real ones on the sidelines. Some real ones, come my dog, you gonna need a long.
Welcome back to spring break trip part
4,
3, I don't know. This is the Fuji part of the trip.
We were there for the 24th to the 25th of March. It was kind of cool in a lot of ways. The trip out was a long trip out. There was like a lot of like weird trains. There was a train that kind of went up the mountain. It was almost like a, I don't know, like a, what do you want to call it? Like a slow train, like a tram or something like that went up the mountain once we got in the area of Fujisan. And once we got off that train, the cabs were pretty tough to find, but we eventually made it out there.
Yeah, where we were staying wasn't like at Fuji itself, but probably about a half an hour away, because we really based it off of where we wanted to stay.
Yeah, so we got some good pictures from the train, like sort of good pictures. The mountain was obscured the whole time we were there. First day you could see it some, but the second and third you couldn't see it at all. You just knew it was there. You could feel its presence, I think. But it would have been a little bit of a letdown because it was raining a lot and otherwise. But we stayed at Vision Glamping, which
that was probably the highlight.
We were really looking forward to it the whole time.
Yeah, that was really cool. So we stayed at this place that's in the Hakone area, which is where Mount Fuji is. That basically it is a glamp site where you have your own luxury tent, and the pictures will really show off what we mean by that. You have your own kitchen, your own bathroom. There was your own little hot tub / onsen area. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was really nice. Had the Japanese style showers that I of course really love, and a fire pit, and overall it was just really great. The kitchen was fully stocked, and it had an automatic beer pourer, which was the highlight of Gary's trip, I think.
Up the glass. We're holding like we'll break things. If either one lets go too fast. Midnight rain on your coat, on my floor. We're talking low like we don't know.
The food was insane. They packed that fridge with so much food and drinks and everything else that we could just go ham on. It was ridiculous. And they had a grill indoors that I cooked on. And
they gave us food with like directions on what we were cooking. So it came with breakfast and dinner and like how to cook what we were cooking. And there were meats and fish and scallops and oysters and
if you ever stay there, you don't need to buy lunch. Like there was more than enough for twice the amount of people that we had there. It was wild.
They also made a kids meal for Mara, which was the most luxurious kids meal I've ever seen.
Yeah, of course she didn't eat it, but it was fine. And then day 2, we went to the ice caves and the wind caves.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about the rain. Like the views were obscured, but it started to rain. So it was basically raining the whole time we were there. But it was kind of cool because you could see the rain coming down from inside the tent. So that part was cool. But what are you supposed to do when it's raining in an area that is meant for camping and hiking and all that sort of stuff? It wasn't like an indoor type of area. So we did go outside even though it was raining, and we went to there was an ice cave and a wind cave probably a little bit closer to Mount Fuji.
Yeah, it was like a 20-minute cab ride, I think, from where we were staying, maybe a little bit more. And Cheryl stayed back that day, so it was us with Gary and the kids, and it was really kind of neat. They were small caves, like compared to some of the ones I've seen, especially in Okinawa. But man, they were cramped, and I feel like if this was in the States, you'd probably have a harness on and a helmet on, and they wouldn't let you in, and like you'd have all kinds of. But man, it was.
There were areas that I was worried that either somebody was gonna fall or hit their head in these caves.
Yeah.
I was very claustrophobic because remember the area where we had to like crawl through.
It was crazy. But that was still pretty cool. And after we did those, it was really right next to Aokigahara, which is known sometimes as the Silent Forest or the Suicide Forest. It's a forest grown on a bunch of dense lava rocks that were from an eruption in like 864. So it's like super dense foliage, which is sound absorbing, and all these like lava rocks, which are sound absorbing. That's why they call it the Suicide Forest. I guess people go out there and
I got one stuck in my shoe.
a little lava rock.
Remember
Yeah.
like 2 days later,
Yeah,
we
you're
found
like,
a
what's in
lava.
my shoe? And we had a lava rock in her shoe. It wasn't a small one either. It was like a lava rock. It was ridiculous.
To be clear, it wasn't in my shoe. It was in the little grooves under my shoe. So it's not like I was walking around with a lava rock inside my shoe with my feet.
Yeah. But so there wasn't a ton that we did there, but it was like the relaxing part of our trip. I must have gotten the sauna at least 3 or 4 times, at least twice with Clark and once or twice with Shayna, and it was a really nice, relaxing part of the trip. I wish we could use the fire pit one more.
Those are
night,
probably
but-
the most comfortable beds we slept on the entire trip too.
That whole place was
Yeah.
just amazing. The
Yeah.
people were amazing. It was great. So, and then from there, the 26th, 27th, we headed to Tokyo. So that's our next video.
All right, we'll see you for the next one.